You can control levels of access in Enate for your service agents to the various parts of your business operations with user groups and permissions. If you've upgraded from a previous version of Enate, your existing standard permission settings will have been migrated across to ensure total continuity of what your agents have access to. Similarly, user groups will have been auto-generated as part of the migration and your service agents populated into them in order to ensure permissions remain consistent. For ongoing maintenance, you can now use this combination of user groups and permissions. The previous tick box setting to control whether all agents in the service provider have access to a customer is no longer in place and has been replaced by this approach. User groups are, as the name suggests, ways of grouping together a number of users, specifically service agent type users. They can be used for setting permissions for a number of service agents at various points in your business hierarchy, i.e. for certain customers, their contracts, services, or even down to specific case and ticket processes. You can set which agents are in which groups in two ways. Firstly, you can create and edit a user group by going to the User Groups section of User Management and add the desired agents into it. Once saved, the group is ready for use with permissions linking. Another way is to add agents into the user groups via the settings on the Access tab when you create or edit a user account. The level of access agents have within that user group is further controlled by the other settings you see within their Access tab, namely whether they can, in addition to being able to do the work in that area, also assign and create work items. You can then set user permissions for these user groups to grant access to the agents within them at various points within your customer business hierarchy on the service matrix. To set permissions for a specific customer's case or ticket process, go to the service matrix, find the process you're interested in, and select the permissions link. Then add one or more user groups in. Any permissions set at a higher level will show read-only when accessing settings for any item in the service matrix. You can easily grant user groups permissions at the other levels in the business hierarchy by navigating to them and selecting the Edit screen. Once that's been set, only agents within this user group have access to the work items within that part of the hierarchy for creating them, editing them, and reassigning them. For example, if you link up at the customer level, that user group has access to all work items under that customer. Conversely, if you set permissions down at the case process level, that user group has access to work items within that case process specifically for that customer, contract, and service combination.